Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And they'll go on the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. On play action, now Carr going deep for Diggs. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Alex Okafor in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escapes pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. Give him 30 yards there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Okafor in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. Another terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
10 more there and another first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error.
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Denver, and even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Hey. Check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Raiders. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Shotgun now for Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. But they face a second and long to start things out.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man, hand him the ball, and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And
he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll drop to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 8. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
False start, offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's second down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Oakland. Stephon Diggs, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, trying to hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great. You've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day?
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On play action, they'll throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Broncos on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Latavius Murray. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Chris Thompson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up. And we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Now McManus for the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
First down, they'll run it on the draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Carr to throw on 2nd down. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Cooper's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Carr. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Carr now on first down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Carr to throw again. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So a defensive Timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They run it here with Thompson. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Detroit! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll throw now on the final play. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. On the return, it's McKenzie. He juked him. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
He'll drop to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Townsend. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
On third down, it's Freeman. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run with Thompson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Freeman with a fast feet and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Now a play fake here on first down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young Age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run here. It's Murray. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think...
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation...
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Sheldon Richardson. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks.
And the pressure gets to him again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still...
It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd down, it's Thompson, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Chris Thompson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And this one is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. From the gun now on third down. Carr, open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Carr going to give it to Murray on the draw play. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Oh, a lot of contact right there. No call. Maybe got away with one.
What are you doing questioning the contact on that play? Let them play. And, you know, it's a late-game situation. And I think that probably played into it. The officials, they want to let the players determine it down the stretch.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Murray. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep. They'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Detroit! Detroit!
Again, a run with Thompson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good